Y'all, I have been racking my brain about why Denver Mayor Mike Johnson is single-handedly keeping flock cameras on in Denver. Cameras that ICE is using to track and detain immigrant families. Cameras that are all over our city, owned by a private multi-billion-dollar company, and almost certainly a violation of everyone's democratic rights. And the kicker, City Council unanimously voted to turn these cameras off. So why? Why is Mayor Mike Johnson essentially holding these cameras up right now with his own hands? Well, I started to do some research and I found out that Flock is funded by a venture capital firm called Y Combinator. And Y Combinator is funded by a billionaire named Michael Bloomberg. And guess who else is funded by Michael Bloomberg? None other than Denver Mayor Mike Johnson. Now, I'm not saying this is the only reason Mike Johnson is capping so hard for Flock, but most people who haven't received millions from Michael Bloomberg find Flock cameras to be quite terrifying. People across the political spectrum hate Flock. Republicans, Democrats, independents, libertarians, you name it. Because this technology is literally something out of a Black Mirror episode. Flock cameras allow law enforcement agencies of all kinds, including the FBI and Customs and Border Protection, to track the day-to-day whereabouts of literally anyone. No warrant needed. Especially under the current administration, Flock cameras pose a huge threat to immigrants, trans people, women who have abortions. We already know that police used Flock to track a woman who had an abortion in Texas. The Trump administration can literally type in the license plate of whoever they want for whatever reason they want and track their day-to-day whereabouts. Flock cameras should be off in Denver right now. After enormous pressure from the community, Denver City Council unanimously voted to end the city's contract with Flock back in May. But Mayor Johnson is using a loophole in the Denver contracting process to unilaterally, by himself, extend the city's contract with Flock. How, you may ask? Well, in Denver, if a city contract is above $500,000, the mayor needs City Council to approve it. So in May, Johnson brought a Flock extension contract over $500K to council, and they unanimously rejected it. So Johnston turned around, reduced the contract extension amount to, get this, $498,500, just below the $500K threshold that requires a city council vote, and he unilaterally renewed Denver's contract with Flock with our taxpayer dollars. Mayor Johnston is essentially holding Flock cameras up for ICE right now with his own hands in the middle of a mass deportation crisis. In the midst of a crisis of democracy in this country, Johnston is also abusing his power, ignoring us, going against his own city council. So a bunch of community organizations have invited Mayor Mike Johnston to a town hall this Wednesday to hear Denverites' concerns about Flock. If this shit sounds dystopian to you, it is. Join us at this town hall and let's ask Mayor Mike Johnston, which side are you on? The people's or the billionaires?